This episode of Student Pilot Journal Aviation Podcast is brought to you by Corodyne Aviation Systems product Log 10 Pro for Mac, iPhone, and iPad. Log 10 Pro 6 is the most powerful, flexible, and easy to use electronic log on the market and is now in the App Store. Easily import your data, customize it to your needs, track certificates, ratings, endorsements, medicals, and flight reviews, then have your instructor digitally sign your log. My flying, my passion, my logbook. Learn more at corodyne.com. All right, well, I guess I try to kick this Starbucks habit. I did well for a few months, actually, no coffee. But, yeah, I go back. Not as much now. I get like a couple cups a week. Anyway, what is it? Yeah, my name is Greg Summers. I'm with the Student Pilot Journal Aviation Podcast for those of you that are just now tuning in for the first time. And today is Saturday, August 25th, 2012, and this is episode number 42. I was supposed to go up yesterday and do my VFR. I know there's always something. That's how flying works. You can never plan it exactly right. Here in a second, you're going to see an introduction from Dave. I called a guy from the Flying Club. He's a new CFI, and he'll tell you more about what he does, what he's been doing, and his recent accomplishments. So he agreed to take me up, and so I could mess with the camera. So we did about a 30-minute flight, flew away from Melbourne, that's Mike Lima Bravo, up to X-Ray 59, which is Valkyrie. Got some fuel and flew back. So there's a long piece. I'm going to leave it in there because I think it's really good for people to, especially for your new student pilots that are out there training in controlled airports, doing operations like that, where I trained out of Valkyria, which is, like I said, X-Ray 59. That one is an uncontrolled airport. So I trained out of there, but we were very close to Melbourne. So we did a lot of our, stuff there. But this control was non-stop when we were flying in. So we flew in and called over radiation, which is our reporting point. We have different reporting spots that we, local people kind of report to, and radiation is this one coming from the south. The controller, I don't know if he was, I'm sure maybe he was monitoring another frequency or something, but a couple times he told us to stop stepping on people because we were interrupting. Typically when you're doing controlled operations, you're gonna hear a pilot call in. The controller will tell him something, give him instruction. The pilot will read back. It's at that moment that you kind of wait, you listen, and then you will come back with your transmission, what you're trying to do. And a lot of times you're trying to get in there, and you can't enter in until you establish communication. So we had to keep turning around because he wouldn't answer us back. And finally, when he answered us back, he says, aircraft calling, you need to wait for other people to finish their transmission. I've listened to it over and over again, and I cannot hear where we did any of that. So he got on to us twice. So maybe if there's a CFI out there, somebody watching, I'm curious as to what could have happened. Not that I'm not going to dwell over it, but no one likes to be reprimanded by a controller. We have good controllers out there, but Dave obviously handled it well. He didn't, it didn't seem to really bother him, but I'm sure he was probably wondering a little bit too. But anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dave. And before I do that, though, I want to thank my good friends over at Corodyne Aviation. They have a great product called Log 10 Pro for the Mac, iPhone, and iPad. So during the podcast, I'm going to go ahead and switch over, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, show you how I use it on the iPad. I've got the Mac version as well. My instructor has the iPhone version. They all sync with each other. You can record all your flight time, get reports. You got smart groups where you can quickly just create, based on how much flight time do I have, how much cross country do I have, so you can quickly see these things. There's just a wealth of information that you can grab from this, and it's you know, of course it's built very well too, off the iOS platform and off the Mac platform. I'm a Mac guy, and that's just, you know, I just like the way that the programs are set up, and the interface and the GUI is real nice and clean. So here's Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm one of the club members here with Greg. To give you a little background, I started maybe 5 years ago or so. It's been something I wanted to do all my life and just made it a priority. So I had a great time and built towards my instrument and commercial, and decided I wanted to be a flight instructor. So went down to American Flyers, who did their 30-day flight instructor academy, which is an insanely intense pace. You guys can read all about it on my blog. I blogged every day during the experience. It's at flyingmerch.com, FLYINGMERCH.com. Every evening, as tired as I was, I make sure to put a couple paragraphs up what the day was like, so it really is a day-by-day blog. Like all blogs, it's in first order, so make sure you scroll down to the bottom to catch it from the beginning. Basically, it was 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day, 7 days a week, including the holiday. We went through Memorial Day, but we didn't get Memorial Day off. It was just another day. A good experience. Got hired out by Flyers, an instructor down there, also instructor at another school down the road here a little bit, and just having a great time, living the dream. And if any of you guys are wondering about flying or even moving on through flight instructor, I encourage you to do it. It's a great reward. Just having a great time.
I have lost some altitude. There it is. Nose down. Not quite so much.
Melbourne ground, good morning. Skyhawk 130 Papa at South Tees with Echo VFR to the south.
Cis 23 Sierra Papa, Melbourne ground, runway 5, taxi via Victor. Wind 020 at 11, altimeter 3007.
5 via Victor, 130 Papa. Melbourne Tower, Skyhawk 130 Papa is ready to depart, runway 5 at Victor.
Cis 3 Sierra Papa, Melbourne Tower, hold short. You'll be number 2 for departure off runway 5.
Hold short, runway 5, number 2, 130 Papa.
Runway 9er left, taxi via Kilo, squawk VFR.
Squawk VFR, level 09 left, for Kilo.
And check out that high nose. My goodness.
There's a shimmy still.
Melbourne Tower, the 29, holding short of 5 at Victor, ready to take off.
The 29er Melbourne Tower, follow that Cessna ahead, runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 5, the 29.
I'm curious what we're going to get from this tropical storm out there.
A little wind, a little rain.
as usual. That's funny.
It's that time of year. This is the only time I really start watching. This last week in August, first week in September.
Yeah, we were lucky. Been lucky since those few storms came in that one year.
Yeah, oh God.
2004. My wife was pregnant with my son. So that was fun.
Melbourne Tower, Seminole 4806 Foxtrot on the ILS runway 9 right.
Seminole 06 Foxtrot, Melbourne Tower, verify your climb out instructions.
The climb instruction is given, runway heading 1,500, returning to Orlando frequency.
Seminole 06 Foxtrot, roger that. Runway 9 right, cleared low approach.
Flight 06 Foxtrot, runway 9 right, cleared low approach.
Carrier traffic system 172, turning final 32, full stop, carrier. Nothing like cutting that corner, my goodness.
Bell Carrier traffic, blue and white Piper, turning left base for 32, carrier.
Bell Carrier traffic, Cherokee 2 Foxtrot Tango is upwind, runway 32. Going to be departing off the upwind to the northwest, Bell Carrier.
Bell Carrier traffic, system 172, short final 32, full stop, Bell Carrier. And a little crosswind action, nice.
Bell Carrier traffic, blue and white Piper, turning final for 32, Bell Carrier.
It's funny the things that us podcasters do to try to get our shot, you know, by yourself makes it a little bit more challenging. So I'm sitting in the car, got the engine running here to stay cool, even though we're having this little tropical storm coming up from the south, which I'm sure is going to turn into our Hurricane Isaac. So what I've got here, and I wanted to talk about, is Log 10 Pro. This is for the iPad. They've got it for the Mac and the iPhone. And the nice thing is they all sync together. You know, your iPhone obviously is probably the easiest to carry around, but anymore with kneeboards and things like that, you can just take it in the cockpit and record your stuff. So I'm going to delete this because I started to do a demo earlier and messed up. So what this has is, you know, if you come up on the front screen, and actually it crashed earlier, I'm running an iOS 6 on here, which isn't out yet on the iPad, and so if it crashes again, we'll just kind of keep moving on with it to keep it short. But it has an overview of all my time, and which is very embarrassing. I've got 1.5 hours of logged time in the last 12 months. I've flown several times with people, but haven't logged any time, so I'm kind of embarrassed about that. But total time, same thing, 124.5, gives an overview over here, dual received, pilot and command, cross country, night, very low time at night. This is my currency, so since my BFR was due back in May, of course the 90 days has lapsed, and you see I have 0 days left, so I'm not current. Total entries for all flights, you can quickly go to there. Let's go to the logbook, and I'll show you just a quick overview here. It's got all the flights from where to where. You're going to set up, you know, your aircraft types, your aircraft, you know, over here. This is all the club planes, Friends plane, another Cirrus in here, and you know, of course, it's got some cool things like places you've been, and this gives the airports. You can add photos, which is really neat. Makes it easy just to go there with your iPhone or iPad, snap the shot, upload it right when you're there, and have a nice memory there, so that's cool. So pretty self-explanatory, you know, date, aircraft type, from where to where. It'll even record your hobs in and out if you, I know Casey has messed with that, you know, while he's flying, you know, just press, you know, it just records it for you. Otherwise, just come back, look on the hobs meter and jot it down. You know, if it's any dual received, you can go ahead and you can hit that, and the instructor can actually sign it. It's got a certificate number, and that's really neat. Let's see. So let me go and do a quick flight here. So today I'm going to fly our 172 in the club, and we're going to be out of Melbourne, and we're going to fly north away from this tropical storm. So I'm going to head up to let's do Gainesville. Of course, that's not there. None of that's there yet. So from there, it's done. Now, of course, right here, this will be locked after your instructor signs it if you're getting dual. So that's kind of cool. So when you get back, you'll put all your time in there, pictures, whatever you want. You can go over here to trips. Actually, let's not go to there. It's got a cool thing. You got reports. I can do summaries. You know, there's tons of stuff in here, things that I don't really use, but let's do flights by year to see that 1.5. All, there you go. So the report will come up, shows you all my biggest year was when I got my license, and it's steadily declined. So I hope to change that one day. All right, so that's Log 10 Pro for the iPad, and if you want more information, obviously you can go over there to their website at www.corodyne.com. They've got a nice, neat video that kind of gives an overview of kind of some of the things I've talked about, but some more advanced things. It's no voice, just audio, but it does show you, you know, in that Apple way, you know. But if you want, you can head over to the App Store and you can buy their Mac version for $99.99. You can also go to there and you can buy their universal one, which covers the iPhone and the iPad, for $79.99. And you can also purchase them separately. I believe the iPhone version is like $29.99 and $39.99 or something like that for the iPad. But definitely go to the App Store, check out. I could be off by $10 or something, but I believe that's what it was. But I would recommend, obviously, the universal version. But Log 10 Pro, excellent product, great support by those guys over there. So check them out.
So we're sitting here, we just back taxied runway 32 from on Valkyria, at Valkyria. I'm here with Dave from the club, and we're just going to watch this Piper take off.
Cirrus 4 Delta Alpha for advisories. Contact Orlando approach 132.65.
Orlando approach 132.65. Thank you very much. Wait for Delta Alpha.
You wouldn't think of a small vibration like this would affect most cameras, but
for touch and go, then to the south.
weird.
The aircraft column.
Yeah, it's just such a long arm on
in the
that thing
touch and
now.
go. You're
Yeah.
breaking up. Say again.
That is 6011 Echo, about 8 miles south of the airport, inbound for a touch and go, and after touch and go, departing to the south.
Number 11 Echo, maintain VFR. Call back when you're 5 miles south of the Melbourne airport.
We're calling back after maybe 5 miles south of the airport. That's 11 Echo.
Tower Skyhawk 183 Sierra Pop is inbound over radiation with Echo, full stop, parking south side.
Hit 35 Melbourne Tower. What was your last request?
For runway 5, because of wind.
Hit 35. Say that again.
Request changing for runway 5, full stop, taxi back. I will do just 2 more, 635.
Okay, the wind is 030 at 10.
Sorry, Roger, that's staying on runway 9 and left, 635. 635.
Remember Tower Skyhawk 183 Sierra Pop over radiation, inbound with Echo, full stop, parking south side.
35 left close traffic prior to the VOR.
All right, we're just going to orbit here.
For takeoff.
So we stay clear of him.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9 left close thoracic, 635.
Okay, attention all aircraft on 118.2. Please monitor the frequency before you transmit so you don't step over other aircraft.
I didn't hear anybody.
And Dutchess 601 Echo, 5 miles south.
Dutchess 11 Echo, Melbourne Tower, traffic off your right wing, about a mile, indicating 1,100 feet. Enter a right base for runway 5 and report 2 miles.
Could we request runway 9er right? 5 is a little bit short for a touch and go for us, 11 Echo.
Melbourne Tower, helicopter 1548 Papa, 5 miles northwest.
Dutchess 11 Echo, fly directly northbound from your present position, maintain 1,500 feet.
Flying directly northbound and maintaining 1,500, 11 Echo.
Helicopter 48 Papa, Melbourne Tower, enter a left base for runway 9er left, report turning final.
Left base, runway 9er left, report turning final, helicopter 48 Papa.
Fit 17, taxi Alpha Charlie to the ramp, monitor ground.
Alpha Charlie, the ramp, monitor ground, pit 17, thanks.
Yeah, Tower, Skyhawk 1830, pop over radiation with Echo inbound, parking south side.
Melbourne Tower, Cherokee 627, Foxtrot,
Alright.
got abandoned inbound for a full stop back to FIT.
There were 637 Foxtrot Tango, was that the call sign and abandoned?
627, Foxtrot Tango.
There were 627
All right, we'll just mark this returns.
Fly straight in runway 5, report the interstate.
Straight in runway 5 and report the interstate, 627, Foxtrot Tango.
Okay, there's another aircraft that's calling Melbourne Tower. You keep stepping over other aircraft. Say again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tower, Skyhawk 1830, pop over radiation with Echo parking south side.
Cessna 30 Papa Melbourne Tower, enter a right base for runway 5, report a 3-mile right base.
Right base, report 3-mile right base, runway 5, 830 Papa.
Fit 35, squawk VFR.
You must have another frequency or something.
Number 11 Echo, off your right front at 1,000 feet, you'll see a Cherokee entering a left downwind for runway 9 or left. Follow that traffic.
Roger that. We have traffic 12 o'clock. We don't have the one on the right wing, 11 Echo.
Okay, he was at 1 o'clock when I issued these off your left front now. Follow that traffic for Duchess 11 Echo.
Roger that. We're following the traffic, 11 Echo.
Melbourne Tower helicopter 155 to Papa, turning final, runway 9 left.
Fit 35, extend downwind.
Extending downwind.
He's just busy.
Yeah, he is.